Good evening. Ira Epstein with your Metal Market Wrap-Up, and this wrap-up is for the evening as we're here now on Thursday, and we're at the 16th of May, 2024. So as I'm looking at the market, it's about 5:15 in the afternoon. I'm putting this out a bit early. My wife's got her first barbecues of the season going. As you can see how the markets are looking here, a bit of a correction in the stocks, pulling back a little bit in the gold and the silver. Copper staying with the bid, but it's no longer at 512. Copper's now at 489. The dollar had come up, and most currencies are backing off a little bit right now, including the yen, which I find interesting. When we take a look at bonds and notes, very stable, and we're starting to get a little bit of a bid in the energy markets. The word is a little. Are we going to get a rally in the gasoline is the big question before Memorial Day. All right, you came down to key numbers. I'll discuss that in my financial market wrap-up. We'll go through it, and you'll see some of the key averages that the market did hold. Now, I did a special report today on the gold market and GLD. So for those of you that like to trade gold either way, be it on the ETF spiders or in the futures, I did one. I'll talk about it at the end of this. I'll show you how you can go view it. You take it from there. But I posted it maybe 3 hours ago. So it's very, very fresh. And I do cover a lot of ground in it. The seasonal charts, the price counts as to where we're at, the weekly charts, the daily charts, and I do both for GLD, so it gives you an idea as to where you're at on that. So let's take a look first and see what important data, if any, we have tomorrow, and it is a light data day. We're going to get the conference board on Friday morning. They're going to release the monthly leading coincident and lagging economic indicators for April. They're looking for the April index to dip to a negative 3% unchanged from the last month. Fed Governor Waller will speak Friday around 9:15 a.m. Central Time. And we've had a lot of Fed speak today. And most of the Fed members that have spoken today, and I covered this in my full research, they're of the opinion you got to hold longer, that inflation is still proving stubborn. Opposite, obviously, of what the market thinks, because the naysayers are always saying, no, you're going to be cutting rates. I was watching again today. Many people think still the July-September period is where the first cuts will come in. Some of the traders said maybe one or two. Rick Reeder, who I like at BlackRock, was talking that way, but he said it doesn't really matter. The stock market's got so many things going for it, it still looks good. When you and I look at the gold market, we've been doing this for a weekly chart. We're just sort of sitting here. We're up about 0.33%, up about $7 for the week. When we come and we look at the daily bar chart, you can see where you're at on this report. Your higher lows, higher highs, still very much in an uptrend. Supports all the way back in the June contract at around 243.10. Now, in my report, I don't cover June. I move out to the August, so you're going to want to see the difference in the months as to where they're at. You're at a resistance point at the upper Bollinger Band, just as you had fallen to the support point down here. So I can make the argument that if it wants to pull back, it can afford to do so. And it is an overbought market. And it made for a very interesting report. In the gold-silver ratio, you can see how the market's been falling down. And you've really gone from roughly the 86.5 to almost 79.5. So that's a heck of a break, and it meant that silver market has really advanced much more than the gold, and you can see how that market's done it. Are we going to embed? You're not there yet. You're just at the early stages of trying to do it, and you are very overbought up here. In the copper market, I told you the other day, if you buy over these Bollinger Bands, you can generally do better. Markets stay within the bands 95% of the time. Look what you did. So I can only say shame on you if you bought the spike, because if you had waited, if you still want to own it here, there it is. The market's corrected in overbought condition, or correcting. It's correcting. You can't have either number over 70. If you're still overbought, and you are. Get them both under, and then it's corrected, past tense. In the platinum, you made that run, and as I said, you generally move to the right-hand side. This is stronger. than just about everything. You have the embedded reading. So if you were to say to me, Ira, which market looks the best on breaks? Right now, it's the platinum market. Until that red line closes under 79 in the slow stochastic, it looks very good. And in the gold, we're starting to find our support against the lower Bollinger Band in an oversold condition. Now, as I told you, I put out a special report for you on the gold. This is our website, iraepstein.com. Just go up to the word research. You'll see the report right here. Give it a click, and it'll start for you. Can't make it any easier than that, right? So do yourself a favor, take a look. My reports are only up 3 business days, but because I put it up now, I wanted it to go through the weekend for you, so it'll be up there through that. I'm Ira Epstein. You enjoy your evening. I'm going to enjoy some ribs in a little bit here, and I'll be talking to you all in the morning if I don't get too filled up. Take care.